Bye.
Five Nights at Freddy's game. Starting with Five Nights at Freddy's sister location, where we would have had fun times. Sparky was one of the biggest rumors in FNAF history.
We offer contemporary jazz, classical, rainforest ambiance, as well as a wide selection of other choices.
Mysteries in FNAF.
Using the
See,
keypad
Spring Bonnie
below,
is one of the
please
most
type
important
the
and
first few
popular
letters of the
characters
musical
since Fredbear's
selection you would
family
prefer.
died, despite
Some
maybe
trouble
we'll
with
never
the
know
keypad.
why. The same thing
I see what
happened
you were
with
trying to
Glamrock
type,
Shadow
and I
Freddy,
will
who could have been
autocorrect
the
it for you.
scariest Easter egg in
Thank
the
you
game.
for selecting.
We know that Shadow Freddy is one
Casual
of the most
bongos.
mysterious characters in the...
Here's every animatronic scrapped from FNAF games. Starting with
Now that
FNAF
your
1, the original
elevator
animatronic
experience
was
has been
supposed to be a
customized
beaver,
to
but
your
instead was
needs, and you're
scrapped and
thoroughly
replaced with
relaxed,
Freddy, because
it's
the beaver
worth
looked too
mentioning
close
that
to
due to
Chipper
your
from one of
lackluster
Scott's
performance
earlier
yesterday,
games called
your
Chipper's
pay has
Sons
been
in
decreased
Lumber
by a
Cove. The beaver was
substantial
then
amount.
supposed to become a fourth
Please
character,
enjoy
but was
the rest of
ultimately
your
replaced
descent.
by Foxy. Moving on to Help Wanted, there are 6 animatronics that were scrapped, starting with Spring Bonnie, who was supposed to appear in the Party Pizza level, but then was instead replaced by Glitch Trap, and there are
Due to unforeseen malfunctions from today's shows, your nightly duties will require you to perform maintenance that you may or may not be skilled enough to perform. It became necessary for technicians to attempt to disconnect Funtime Freddy's power module. However, they were unsuccessful. Allowing them to try again would be an inefficient path forward, as we would need to allow 6 to 8 weeks for recovery and physical therapy. You will need to reach the parts and service room on the other side of Funtime Auditorium to perform the procedure yourself. Let's check on Ballora first and make sure she's on her stage. Great, it looks like everything is as it should be in Ballora Gallery. Let's check on Funtime Foxy. It's important to make sure she's on her stage before entering. Great, it looks like everything is as it should be in Funtime Auditorium. There is no need to check on Baby tonight. Please refrain from entering unauthorized areas. Proceed directly to Funtime Auditorium.
Funtime Auditorium maintenance vent opened.
Unlike Ballora, Funtime Foxy is motion activated. For this reason, it's important to keep the room dark, as to not accidentally activate her. You have been provided with a flash beacon. Use it if you need to get your bearings and to ensure you don't bump into anything. However, use it as sparingly as possible. Proceed forward to reach the parts and service room.
Motion trigger, parts and service.
Great job reaching parts and service. It seems that Funtime Freddy is out of power, which should make your job much easier. The release switch for the chest cavity is located on the underside of the endoskeleton jaw. To reach it, we will first need to open the face plates. You will need to press the faceplate release triggers in a specific order, and it's important to be as precise and as careful as possible. Locate the small button on Freddy's face, just under his right cheek, and press it. Great. Great. Now carefully locate and press the button next to Freddy's right eye.
Also, 4
FNAF animatronics that were never added to the game. Starting with Glamrock Foxy. Foxy did exist, just not inside the game. In fact, there's an Easter egg that confirms he was removed and replaced by Roxy, which is weird because Foxy appears in FNAF 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and basically every game except Security Breach. The same thing happened with Glamrock Mangle. She was replaced despite being planned as part of the Glamrock Beauty Salon instead of Roxy. So she never got added, but the one who would have fit perfectly was Glamrock Bonnie. And this is one of the biggest mysteries in the entire game. To him. But it's confirmed that Bonnie was completely scrapped after being destroyed by Monty in a fight, and then Monty took his place in the band. Can you guess who the last animatronic is? I'll give you 5 seconds to write it in the comments. Time's up. Comment which animatronic you want to see in the next video and follow for more. FNAF animatronics that were never added to the game. Starting with Glamrock Foxy. Foxy did choose an animatronic, and I'll tell you why it was never added to FNAF. Choose an animatronic.
Who was the first FNAF animatronic? Now you might be thinking the answer is either Spring Bonnie or Fredbear, which is correct story-wise, but they weren't actually the first animatronics ever made. So what do I mean?
FNAF animatronic.
In FNAF, we're all used to playing as a security guard, but in this game, you play as a child stuffed inside of an animatronic suit. You have to literally open the mouth of the animatronic to get some air in. The security guard thinks you're just an ordinary animatronic, so he just checks up.
FNAF animatronics that were never added to the game. Starting with Glamrock Bonnie and the Bonnet Twins, a Glamrock version of these characters. Bonnie did exist within the game. The same thing happened with Glamrock Mangle. She was replaced despite being planned as part of the Glamrock Beauty Salon instead of Roxy, who we know never fully fit that electric piano. Together, they wouldn't just perform, they would hunt. Armor and lead singer with Freddy in the Glamrock.
There were way too many fake FNAF characters during the FNAF 1 to FNAF 4 era. How many hoax characters were there though? Shadow Balloon Boy, Golden to Freddy, a secret third Fox character, shadowy figure in the hallway, purple guy animatronic, Withered Balloon Boy, Withered Toy Bonnie, Withered Toy Freddy, Withered Toy Chica, Withered Marionette, new Freddy, new Bonnie.
One of these animatronics is deadly. Don't pick the deadly animatronic. Starting off, this.
Do not add the FNAF.
One of these animatronics.
Do not add the FNAF animatronics to the back rooms. Okay, he has to be on the other side of the map. Oh, okay. I lied. You're not.
What if the nightmare animatronics from FNAF 4 were never dreams at all? But first, if you don't want them showing up in your room tonight, subscribe and leave a heart. There's actually a theory claiming the nightmares were real experiments created by William Afton. In the beginning, they were only basic machines on wheels that used terrifying sounds to punish Michael after the accident with his younger brother. But later, William upgraded them by giving them legs so they could actually hunt him down. And that's exactly why Afton had security cameras set up everywhere to monitor what was happening from his office. What if the nightmare animatronics from FNAF
animatronics that were a character who appears across FNAF 1, 2, 3, circulating online for over 10 years, and without a doubt, Purple Guy isn't the strangest.
Who is FNAF's friendliest animatronic? When you think of friendly animatronics, you might think of Helpy, Glamrock Freddy, or Rockstar Foxy. Sometimes. But what if I told you that there is a friendlier animatronic than all of those? Yep, and before I tell you who it is, make sure to subscribe if you love FNAF. This animatronic, because it's a DLC character, with Scott also confirming it was a non-canon character in the storyline, that animatronic is the Cupcake. Who is FNAF's friendliest?
FNAF has bunnies, bears, chickens, but even foxes, but no dog? There's actually two that fans know about. One is considered fake and one is considered real. The fake one is from a rumor in FNAF 1. His name is Sparky. Look at this. Oh, he's a slink. Wait, what? Well, look at his ears on top of his head. They're long and floppy. This dog was made in Germany to chase animals that dig tunnels. It's the same dog you see in Toy Story. They have long bodies and short legs. They have long... Did add a real dog to FNAF. His name is Fetch, and he's terrifying. Oh, what kind of...
Out of every Foxy skin in FNAF, one of them doesn't even look real anymore. Foxy has always been chaotic, creepy, and aggressive version of Foxy, but it looks like a broken pile of